Nothing beats a good story. As human beings, we are drawn to story. There's something in us that is not only captivated by them, but something in us longs to find ourselves in one. I am standing in the Wisconsin Historical Society in Madison right now, which is home to roughly 4 million books, articles, and historical artifacts. This place is amazing. Every book and piece of history here tells some kind of story. It seems obvious to us that works of fiction or biographies are telling stories, but even encyclopedias filled with catalogs of information or a historical artifact all tell us a story of discovery, of existence, of meaning, of pieces in a puzzle fitting together. Right now, I am surrounded by stories. With all the stories quietly being told in this place, there was one story greater than all the rest, and that is what we're celebrating this Easter. It's the story that begins at creation, as God speaks and matter stands at attention, perfection, harmony, beauty. But the story moves into its second act as the perfection of God's creation is ruptured. Humanity rejects their union with their Creator, in whose image they were made, and death, corruption, pain, and shame enter the story. The Creator promises to rescue His creation, and all of creation groans as it eagerly awaits the time when all things will be set right and made new. Jesus comes on the scene as the answer to the problem facing creation. He is the establishment of God's kingdom on earth, just as it is in heaven. He is the rescuer, the redeemer, the restorer. He is Emmanuel, God with us. And He offers Himself as the perfect sacrifice on the cross, securing the perfect victory for His beloved creation. 3 days later, He rose again to new life, as a completion to launching His kingdom. As a result, the story ends with these lines from Revelation, looking into the future. I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Listen, on Easter, we don't only celebrate the resurrection, we celebrate the entirety of the one story from beginning to end, of which Jesus is the focal point. The resurrection completes the launch of God's kingdom on earth. The restoration has begun, and the message of Easter is that God's new world has been unveiled in Jesus Christ, and you're now invited to belong to it. To have your story woven into the one story. When we realize that and allow ourselves to be swept up in God's grand narrative, we actually gain understanding. We find meaning. We experience life that is truly life. We're marked by hope. While we're all busily running around trying to write our own stories, to craft our own meaning, right in front of our faces, God is inviting us to be a part of the story He has written. It's His divine story, a narrative so massive that all human history, including yours and mine, can fit in it. And from this one story derive their meaning. Easter, the resurrection, is a marker for us, a homing device, a beacon or a lighthouse declaring that we have been created for this. It's not just a story we believe, it's the story we're in. Jesus' resurrection is the beginning of God's new project. And in His story, you're not meant to be just a spectator, but you are meant to actually be a part of the beautiful drama which has Jesus as the central character. There is an invitation to lose ourselves in Him, that we might be found in Him, brought back into loving union with our Creator, empowered once again with our God-given destiny to rule with Him. This is Easter. We pray you will see that, receive that, and celebrate that today.